Listen to part of a lecture in a biology class.
The protozoans, minute aquatic creatures, each of which consists of a single cell of protoplasm, constitute a classification of the most primitive forms of animal life. The very name protozoan indicates the scientific understanding of the animals. Proto means first or primitive, and zoa refers to the animal. They are fantastically diverse, but three major groups may be identified on the basis of their motility. The Mastigophora have one or more long tails that they use to propel themselves forward. The Ciliata, which use the same basic means for locomotion as the Mastigophora, have a larger number of short tails. The Sarcodina, which include amoebae, float or row themselves about on their crusted bodies. In addition to their form of movement, several other features discriminate among the three groups of protozoans. For example, at least 2 nuclei per cell have been identified in the Ciliata, usually a large nucleus that regulates growth but decomposes during reproduction, and a smaller one that contains the genetic code necessary to generate the large nucleus. So, all of this seems very straightforward to this point, but now we're going to complicate the picture. Chlorophyll, which is the green substance in plants, is also found in the bodies of some protozoans, enabling them to make at least some of their own food from water and carbon dioxide. Sounds like photosynthesis, doesn't it? But protozoans are animals, right? And plants are the life forms that use photosynthesis. Okay, well, protozoans are not considered plants because, unlike pigmented plants to which some protozoans are otherwise almost identical, they don't live on simple organic compounds. Their cells demonstrate all of the major characteristics of the cells of higher animals, such as eating, breathing, and reproducing. Now, many species of protozoans collect into colonies, physically connected to one another, and responding uniformly to outside stimuli. Current research into this phenomenon, along with investigations carried out with advanced microscopes, may necessitate a redefinition of what constitutes protozoans, even calling into question the basic premise that they have only one cell. Nevertheless, with the current data available, almost 40,000 species of protozoans have been identified. No doubt as technology improves methods of observation, better models of classification of these simple single cells will be proposed.
복합분선 하이스
Activity 27. Listen to part of a lecture in an anthropology class.
The development of the horse has been recorded from the beginning through all of its evolutionary stages to the modern form. It is perhaps one of the most complete and well-documented chapters of paleontological history. Fossil finds provide us not only with detailed information about the horse itself, but also with valuable insights into the migration of herds and even evidence for the speculation about the climatic conditions that could have instigated their migratory behavior. Now, geologists believe that the first horses appeared on Earth about 60 million years ago, as compared with only 2 million years ago for the appearance of human beings. There's evidence of early horses on both the American and European continents, but it's been documented that almost 12 million years ago, at the beginning of the Pliocene age, a horse about midway through its evolutionary development crossed a land bridge where the Bering Strait's now located. It traveled from Alaska into the grasslands of Asia and all the way to Europe. So this early horse was a hipparion, about the size of a modern-day pony, with 3 toes and specialized cheek teeth for grazing. In Europe, the hipparion encountered another less advanced horse called the ah4hs5yh, which had previously invaded Europe by the same route, probably during the Miocene period. Less developed and smaller than the hipparion, the ah4hs5yh was eventually completely replaced by it. By the end of the Pleistocene age, both the Anchitheres and the Hipparion had become extinct in North America, where they originated, as fossil evidence clearly demonstrates. In Europe, they evolved into the larger and stronger animal that's very similar to the horse as we know it today. For many years, this horse was probably hunted for food by early tribes of human beings. Then the qualities of the horse that would have made it a good servant were recognized, mainly its strength and speed. It was time for the horse to be tamed, used as a draft animal at the dawning of agriculture, and then ridden as need for transportation increased. It was the descendant of this domesticated horse that was brought back across the ocean to the Americas by European colonists.